Many blessings all, it's Haley, and welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about how I connect and start to bond with my new tarot decks. And I chose to do this video because I just got the Morgan Greer Tarot in a tin, and I adore it so far. I've done one reading with it so far, and it was kind of spur of the moment when I did that reading. But I've had this deck for a couple days now, and I'm surprised I haven't done more readings with it, but because usually when I get a deck, I'm like, ooh, I'm just gonna do every kind of, like, I do the Celtic Cross, I do like the past, present, future, stuff like that, just to break it in. But so today I wanted to talk about how I kind of welcome a deck into my collection and start to bond with it. So, first things first, when I get this deck, I unbox it so quickly. I tear that packaging right open because I want to get my hands on it and I want to look through it. And then I'll open it and I'll see if it has a book, and I'll look at like the box it's in and just kind of make sure it's sturdy. I want to make sure that my deck is in the right packaging. So this tin that my Morgan Greer is in is going to be perfect. And it's so small, the cards are smaller, and it's going to be perfect to just jam right in my purse and I can go. And I've had a hard time finding purse-worthy decks lately because all my decks are they're not huge like standard, but a little heavy for the purse, and you know. But now that I have this deck, it works perfectly. And I also start by looking through the cards. Usually when you purchase them, they're in the correct order. So I start by just looking through the major arcana first. And usually by then I can get a really good feel for the energy of the deck and its message. And then I just continue with the minors and really look at the color and look at the imageries as a whole, and that's how I start to use it. Now I might look for symbols later, but the first is I want to get a feel for the imagery that they use. But like usually I'll look at images online before I purchase the deck, but that usually doesn't do it justice. I need to really see the cards, which is really why I like to go to shops and purchase decks rather than online, but looking at images online works as well. But I still love to just look through the entire deck before I do anything. That's my first thing that I do. Next, I decide whether I can work with it immediately or not. Some decks that I have right now, like the Thoth deck that I just recently got, and the Navigator's Tarot of the Mystic Sea. Those are ones that I really want to get into. Those are more meaty and I really want to spend time studying. I still don't know if I'm going to be compatible with the Thoth deck, so that might be one that I'm going to do a giveaway on if y'all are interested. Or I might sell it on my Etsy shop, because that one, the images are really, really small and tiny, and I'm visually impaired, so that's not too great. But the Morgan Greer just comes right out within. I can see all the detail, which is really interesting and really awesome, because I had some trouble with that with other decks that I have. And then after I get a feel for the images, I will take it out of its packaging and kind of set it on my altar for a bit. And then when I feel the time is right, I will cleanse this deck. And I may do that either in the full moonlight or I'll smudge. I do have a sage bundle, which I adore. So I'll either smudge it or put it in the full moonlight. Either or really works well. And I tend to do both sometimes if I have the opportunity. But after I've done that, I'm free to begin readings. That's normally what I do. Sometimes, if I feel like I'm going to really want to start getting into it, I will do kind of a ceremonial thing and have my guardians and my matrons and my deities bless it for me. That's usually what I do if I'm going to start working with it right away. But before I put any deck with the others, I want to make sure that it's cleansed of all of the past energy, and it can come into the collection brand new and cleansed all the energy and ready to work. So yes, but I will usually have my guardians bless it for me. And then I usually sleep with it under my pillow, or sleep with a card, or sleep maybe with the whole tin or something under my pillow or by my pillow, something along those lines, to see if anything pops up in my dreams about it, just to kind of, get a feel for it. And then I do readings. I'll probably read with one deck specifically if I get a new one for at least a good couple of weeks. Especially with the Morgan Greer, I absolutely love the images, and I'm like, I do a reading on whether or not I should have a sandwich or a wrap. Like, that's how intensely I work with my decks in the beginning. So yeah. And I just really try to learn the imagery and just pick up on little things and start looking into the symbolism, and I just let my intuition go. And a lot of times I'll journal or just turn on like my voice memos on my phone and just record and go at it, and just let my intuition fly with the deck as I look through its images. And of course, readings become easier and you get more used to them as time goes on. So that was just a little vid about how I connect with my decks. If you guys would like me to kind of do a deck collection video, I will totally do that. So, Alright. Until next time, I love you guys so much. Look upon the moon with love and admiration always, and I will see you soon.